Come on, in you go. Yeah, he's not a bad one. Right, gear today. Let's go through the rod and reel. Got my trusty Penn Slammer 3500. It's a Slammer 3, 20-pound Cast King Super Power braid. Tied on to a 15-pound Berkeley Trilene 100% fluorocarbon leather with an FG knot. That's strapped to my Major Craft Cross Stage Hard Rock Special CRX 802 MHS 8-foot lure rod, 5 to 30 grams, for age between 0.8 and 2 PE. Beautiful rod, lovely, balanced, strong, but with feel. Alright, we're going with a flat creature bait here with a little tiny paddle tail. It's great in the water actually, no wonder they're... I had a bite from a wrasse on one the other day. Only bite I had of the day. So that's about a 7-gram egg sinker there now, and I'm casting that plenty far enough, about 30 yards out, and it's sinking down. If there was a bit more tide or swell, I'd need to fish a heavier weight, but you only need a weight heavy enough to do what you want it to do. I should have done this earlier instead of banging on with the big leads. Oh, I'm a bit out of touch. Gotta get back into the swing of it. Haven't been enough of late. You get into habits, don't you? You stick on the same size weight, you cast that distance. Sometimes you just stop and think about what you're doing. It's a bite. Come on, just hit slack into it then. Come on. And again, don't feel a big fish again. Feels like a little fish. Yeah, got him. Don't feel too bad actually, but we got one. God, he's pulling a bit. You can see how much they run and they fight. But he's trying to get into the kelp and everything. And not letting him. It's good fish. Not bad fish on a new lure. I don't know how good the filming's going to be with it. It's not a big fish, but it's a fish, isn't it? He's only just, you can see they're not really up to it, they're only just hooked in the mouth. Oh God, I've got to try and get it in the net. Come on, in you go. Yeah, he's not a bad one. Right, that's all good. So, check we're filming. Good job I changed that battery. Wasn't a bother. Right, be careful because he was hooked behind. He was hooked behind the pet there. Well, he's not hooked behind the pet, but the line was behind the pet. You see, it's just in his mouth, right there. You see the teeth on him. So we were lucky to get that fish. I thought he was tiny, but he's not. He's about £1.5, £1.75. Let's just sit him in there. Try this new mat. I'm liking this. You can see you got sort of a measure. It's not going to be that accurate because you're up and down with the rocks. But you can see that fish has pushed his little lips sticking up there. Nice mottled fish. He's about 40 centimetres, something like that, isn't he? So yeah, £1.5, £1.75. Beautiful fish. So let's put him back in the net. Oh, we can pick him up. Have another look at him. There you go. Another wrasse. It doesn't blow away. That's the only thing with unhooking mats. But that was very good. I like that unhooking mat. I might put a bit of weight to it. I don't know. Let's release this fish nicely. I think we'll release it down here. Yay! Caught one. Probably catch even more as the tide came in. Better make sure I'm not going to get cut off actually. Right, so you should, let's let him recover. He's flipping, so he's ready to go. And you see he wants to head underneath there. There you go, look at that. One beautiful wrasse straight down and under the ledge. Right, I'll show you the pack and everything and the lure in detail, what I've just caught a wrasse on after all that time struggling. So it's made by a company called B&U. I don't know what all the Japanese stands for. It's called a soft bait. It's got amino X in it. It's a swimming attractive. It's a PVC material. Super soft rubber durability, it says. Well, it's caught a fish and it's still all there. And it's sinking, so it says. I got this off AliExpress. You can buy them without tails, but they're bigger. They don't seem to have this size, and this seems a perfect size to me. Some sort of creature bait. Looks like some sort of sea louse, something like that. You can see how thin a profile it is, which is why I really liked it, because it exposes a hook point easily, and on a day when they're tricky like that, that obviously helped us, because that was a few tiny taps and I thought the line's tight, I'm striking. And it's got this beautiful little paddle tail, which I was expecting them to munch off because it's very thin, and I'm sure I will have fish do that, but that's trade-off. I'll put a link in the video to where you can get these on AliExpress. I'm sure they are a copy of something, so I'm sorry if they are, but I haven't seen this lure anywhere else, not where I traditionally buy my wrasse lures. So I noticed it on AliExpress and it interested me, and I bought it. I will buy some more. I have another colour with an orange belly and a darker browner back, green pumpkin back rather than, well, that could be green pumpkin as well. But yeah, you get about 4 or 5 in a pack, not particularly cheap, with a lot expensive, and it's done it, hasn't it? They obviously wanted a swimming bait with a bigger profile but thin at the same time, so a wonderful bait. So yeah, there you go. So we did a couple of things there. We changed up the bait and we finessed it a bit. We used a very light lead. I think this is 7 grams, if that. I don't think it says it on it. No, might have done at one point. You can see there how much that's roughed up already, where it's bashed on the bottom, and that produced a fish. So let's go again. So switching your baits, changing your end gear can make all the difference sometimes, can't it? And this is something totally different to what anyone else is using. So you can see I'm doing more of a sort of lift and twitch with this. It gets that little tail working, and then if I lift it a bit off the bottom, it will float down like that. But we've proved the wrasse like them. I knew they did because I had a bite a few weeks back on one. But yeah, we should be investing in a few more of those. There's a bite again. See, I'm getting only a little fish again, I think. Ah, missed that one. Very tentative bites. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to try and change something, because I am getting bites on these lures, whereas I wasn't on other top lures. So there's obviously something in this, but we're getting tentative bites and not necessarily taking the hook. That last one I thought was a really small wrasse, and it didn't turn out to be that small, did it? Now, because these fish are biting tentatively, they could be biting anywhere here. It could be biting the tail, could be biting wherever, but I want them to bite there where the hook point is. Alright, I've got a couple of scents here. I do use scents quite a lot. This is the one I made myself. So this is a luminous, you see, so I want to use this for hot spotting the hook point. Got another one here. This is made by Mike's. I buy this from AGM. Lunker Lotion Squid. Sticky formula, stays on long, increases strikes. I don't think this is a luminous, this one, though. You can buy your luminous ones, so I won't use that one. I'm going to try my own homemade one. I've never used aniseed, though, for... It's not a strug, so I only want a little bit, because it's very fluorescent, so just a little bit there, like that. It'll have to be pretty, and it's just somewhere for them to strike at, and let's see if that makes a difference. Why are we suddenly getting bites? It could be a couple of things. It could be that I'm not hooking, snagging as much because I'm using a smaller lead, so I thought about what I was doing. It could be this bait, which is what I feel it is today, because I've chucked it 3 or 4 times and had 3 or 4 bites, haven't I? I've had 3 bites now, very tentative bites, so that hopefully is going to make a difference. Let's see what happens. It might put them off, I don't know, but it hasn't in the past. Let's try again. That might aid us. Right, let's sink on the slack line. I don't want it to come in towards me yet. So if you sink it on the slack line, the weight will go straight down and you'll be where you've cast. If you sink it on a tight line, it's going to swing towards you, which might be what you want. You might want to swing it in against the ledge or something. I can really feel this tail working for such a small tail on a lure. Really, it's almost like fishing a vibe bait. That could be something to do with it. Oh, there's bite. See, we've got a bite again. Will it develop? Yeah, got him. Not big fish again, but yeah, that's running. Trying to get in that cover. Similar size fish, maybe a little bit smaller. So all of a sudden we're into them, aren't we? This bait, they certainly didn't put them off. We caught smaller fish, so maybe that hot spotting has helped us. I could swing this one in, but I'm not going to. Right. So yeah, dinky little fish, but we caught one. It's well up though. Got lighted everything from it. Here we go. He doesn't want to sit still, this one. A nice little ballon, only what, half a pound or so. We caught another fish, haven't we? Excellent. Some beautiful mottled colours, red belly on it. Same spot. Here he goes. Excellent. Right, back home now. Forgot to do the outro at the venue. So yeah, caught a couple of fish in the end, but it was hard work. It is at this time of year. We did a couple of things that I think made the difference. We started off, we were using normal lures, normal weights, favourite lures. Nothing was biting. Couldn't buy a bite anywhere. So I changed to a new lure. I went for a sort of creature bait with a paddle tail, which made a lot of vibration. I switched to a smaller lead that still was big enough to allow me to chuck the distance, but didn't sink into the crevices so much. Thus I was fishing more rather than losing gear all the time, and caught a fish. So, but it was a very tentative bite. It wasn't a normal wrasse bite. I think I did well to hook that one, and when we got it in, it was only just hooked. So it was a nice fish all the same. But I thought, yeah, we need more confident bites. We need them to get it in their mouths further so that we can actually hook them. So what we did was we pulled out the fluorescent bait scent that I'd made, and we used the fluorescence of it to highlight the hook point, put a little spot by the hook point, and that is a strike point for the fish. It catches their eye and they have a go at it there. It focuses their attention right there, and then that enabled me to catch that smaller fish, or at least that's what I'm thinking, and hook it better than the other fish, which was a larger fish with a bigger mouth with the same setup. So sometimes these things can make a difference. It may have just held on a little bit longer once it had got it in his mouth because it liked the taste of the aniseed that I put in there. We'll never really know. But one thing for sure was, it didn't put the fish off, did it? So it's all good in my book. I hope those little tips can help you in your fishing. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it lots. Please like and subscribe, and catch you later. The Constant Angler.